Hello everybody, welcome to Real Talk. My name is John.
And I'm Jess. And this is episode 19, guys.
Woo! 19, close to 20, baby. We got some interesting topics today. We're going to be kicking off with the Cowboy breakfast. There's some rumors that it might be canceled completely, but we're here to bring you some clarity.
Since we're talking about Cowboy breakfast, we're going to roll right into the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
And also some potential sad changes downtown San Antonio where they're considering banning those also beautiful and memorable horse carriage rides.
What?
Sucks to suck.
We'll follow that up with some massive gains. He's always talking about massive gains because right now he's trying to build. However, we are going to be talking about massive gains in the equity of the homes across the United States. We're going to give you the stats because we got them.
We got them. And bringing you some fun facts from According to Pete.
Or Accordion Pete.
Or Accordion Pete.
And last but never least is going to be our
Dare on Air.
Well, this is Real Talk, San Antonio.
Rolling through Facebook.
Yeah.
And I see Cowboy Breakfast Foundation announces its ending. Like, what?
Red flag, red flag.
Oh no. And everybody's commenting sad things about how much they're going to miss it. And everybody's putting sad faces and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody read the article. It's gonna go on.
Guys, it's going on. There's just been some fundamental changes within the actual Cowboy breakfast.
Yes.
So don't fret. It's gonna be okay. That's still gonna be a partial kickoff to the Rodeo.
Yes. I mean, they started doing it in 1976, which is awesome, but they just couldn't keep posting anymore. Inflation, all that stuff, they're saying it's too much, but the actual San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo have taken it over.
Yeah.
They don't want it to go away. Mm-hmm. So they are going to work with St. Philip's College and still have that going on every year. The location will be different though. It's going to be at 142 Gambler Road. So that's pretty awesome.
And full transparency, I've actually never been to a Cowboy breakfast before.
Really?
I've never been to it.
It's this Friday the 26th, so you have a chance.
I have a chance.
You have a chance.
Man, so you're saying there's a chance.
So I've been to one.
Okay.
And I've heard a lot of complaints after reading that whole thing. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, the tacos were gross anyways. But the ones I got were actually, I was like shockingly surprised at how good they were.
Yeah.
I mean, it tasted like, homemade tortillas. It had a little bit of flour on them. Yeah. So, when you have that texture, you're like, somebody really rolled this out.
Yeah.
And they were good tacos. The ones that I had that year, and I don't remember what year. It was a million years ago, probably. Yeah. But it was a ton of people.
Oh, did they only serve tacos, or did they have menudo?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Chicken menudo.
Oh, we'll have to get Pete to do that.
Yeah.
So they have biscuits and gravy, tacos, and coffee and juice and milk, and I think one other food item.
It's also a volunteer.
Sweet rolls.
Sweet rolls.
Yeah.
Got you. And to my understanding, it's also a volunteer opportunity too, right?
Yes.
So if you want to volunteer and be a part of it, that's cool. It's a good way to socialize and meet people and also get excited and ready for the rodeo.
Yep. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see how they do it different. Because, every organization has their own ways of doing things. So
absolutely.
It's going to be cool.
And especially because the rodeo is taking over it, I'm sure it's going to be maybe more.
Yeah, like top notch, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm excited. I think I'm going to try it out. I'm going to check it out this year.
Ooh.
Are you?
You know what? I think I might be free.
Yeah, let's go.
I should do it.
Let's go, guys. All of us, let's go together.
Meet us out there. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Question for you guys. Have you ever been? Do you plan to go? And did you read the article or did you just assume it was gone forever?
One thing that everybody knows goes on around this time of year, besides it being unstable weather conditions
every other day
and preparing for Valentine's Day, is the rodeo. It's been around for quite some time and loading up every year. There's concerts involved, there's some fairgrounds, there's so much to do, so many events.
Yeah.
And now with, I hate to bring up the P word, but the pandemic far behind us.
I like the P word. What does that have to do with anything?
It's an event that I feel like this year might be a little more healthy in regards to people feeling more comfortable. So it's actually quite exciting, and I think it's worth chatting about what to look forward to and what we're most excited about. I haven't been to the rodeo in a while.
Since 1949?
Since 1949, since the original date that it started, right?
My son always says things. Oh, it was like 7 years ago. He's 4, okay? But everything, he's like, that wasn't me. That was a long time ago. It was like 7 years ago. And I'm like, boy, you're only 4 years old. I know, but that was like 7 years ago. So I don't know. It's like, this kid, what am I supposed to say? That's too damn cute. Anyway.
I haven't been there for a while, since 7 years ago. And I feel like right now, I'm actually excited because my boy, Randy Rogers, is going to be performing there, and I am going to go to that 100%. I've seen him perform before, I just love his music. I think it's amazing. But then too, like there's just so many things to do out there. So he's going to be performing there, and he's going to be performing like around noon, which is perfect for me because I'm an old man. I like to go out there, watch him perform, and then just kind of chill and kind of see all the cattle and stuff like that. But I'm most excited about Randy Rogers and bullfighting. What about you?
I want to see some of the more cowboy kind of stuff, like the bull riding and those kind of events.
Yeah.
Where the kids are chasing around the cows and all that kind of stuff. I want to see the real cowboy stuff, man. Yeah. I don't think I've ever really done that. So for me, I think that would be like definitely a bucket list kind of thing to check out.
Absolutely. And what's really cool too is on top of all that, the fairgrounds is like a little carnival.
Yeah, we did the fairgrounds a few years ago.
Yeah.
Probably
7 years ago.
Like about 7 years ago.
So right now the fairground tickets, just so you guys know, are $15 for 13 plus to 64, I guess. And then children under 12 is $5. So that's pretty cool, just so you guys know. I'm sure they have to buy tickets, right, still, for like the actual... You still have to buy tickets, right, to ride rides?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You
Yeah.
have to buy tickets or whatever.
Yeah. But it's just cool to, like, just go out there and have a good time. Even
It's
if you don't do a
fun.
concert
Yeah,
and stuff
fun.
like that, it's something to do. So
I
I'm
like
pretty
it.
excited about it. I think this year I'm going to definitely make it a thing to go out there.
Oh, military get in free. Just as long as you bring your military ID.
Do you feel
It's
like
pretty
there's
cool.
like a Western thing like kind of growing? Either I don't know if it's like a fashion statement or if
I think so, but I almost think it's because I'm getting older and I appreciate those things more.
True.
So I
That you're
almost
getting
feel
older.
like it's my perspective, not.
I get it.
I almost feel like it's my perspective, not necessarily like any kind of unified perspective, because I don't necessarily see it with a lot of people. But I think a lot of people are trying to buy land, so it makes everybody want that little mini ranch or a few acres kind of deal.
I mean, me too. Like, you know how like when you buy a vehicle, you see that vehicle everywhere.
For sure.
Like I really like cowboy boots. I love country dancing. I love doing all that. So I'm noticing like cowboy
people are
everywhere, But then too, like when I go into Cavender's or Boot Barn, like it is
Seems more
always packed.
Really?
Always packed, yeah. And it's
well,
like,
then maybe. How long have you been noticing this? So that's
for a while, honestly.
for like, what is a while to you? Like, is a while months or years or?
I'd say like 2 years.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, I've been in multiple places like that, and the traffic wasn't high at all. I was
Really?
kind of surprised. Like, dang, how does? I mean, it's all very expensive, but I was still wondering, like, how do they stay in business? Like,
Yeah.
There's not enough people in here. Like,
You know
how
how
do
they stay in business? Because like every like so often they'll be like, oh, going out of business, and they sell their boots and stuff for like super cheap, and they're like, oh, we're back into business.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I've noticed they do that like a lot. Like I've never seen Cavenders do that, but like I've seen Boot Barn do it or boot places, and they're like, so.
It's true.
But
And their deals are never that great. To be honest.
Well, I've gone some. Well, I didn't buy them actually, but I saw some really nice boots that were marked down like a lot, but they were so expensive. They were like $100.
I like shopping for
$400.
boots at like thrift stores.
Yeah.
Even Goodwill, and I have found like some really good pairs.
Really?
I found a $240 pair.
Yeah.
I got for $15. I was like.
Yeah. You know, I'll keep that because it keeps making more noise.
And I took off my mini boots to
Now your hands
stop that,
like,
but now it was my knee. Because I moved and my knee.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
so
so
annoying.
immature.
Look, there it is, see?
No, it's not.
It was. There. I'm making everything around me make fart noises today.
You can't replicate it. It was
no, because like you change the feel. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think So I don't know. I've noticed it a lot too, but I'm curious. You know, if it's like something like, have y'all noticed it at all? Like, do you think it's starting to be like a little fad or a little, what is it called? A little
trend.
A little trend. I don't know. I wear my cowboy boots almost every day, so it's just
nice.
It goes with everything.
They hurt my feet.
Oh, you have to break them in, girl. It's because you're getting them from the thrift store.
Stop it.
They're already broken into other feet.
No, those ones, they'll hurt my feet if I wear them for like 16 hours or something. Then by that time, I'm like, my toes. They feel comfortable.
Yeah. I've worn my boots like all day long. I've never ever like once been
Yeah, but dude boots are different than chick boots.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all have a heel in it maybe?
Well, we have a heel, but most of the time the toe is real pointed. So it kind of squishes your toes a little bit.
Get a square.
I feel like it looks very masculine.
No, it doesn't.
No, you don't think so? They're growing on me the more I'm around all that Western stuff. But when I was really, really shopping for boots, which was a few months ago, I think I got like 6 pairs of boots altogether.
Yeah.
Like 3 tall ones and then like 3 minis.
Yeah.
But, you know, after that, then I started seeing the square ones more on women. And I was like, okay. Maybe I could do that. But when I was shopping, like, just looked too masculine for me.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't want that. It's not my look.
Yeah. What do you think? You think square toes is masculine or
for
not?
women?
I'm curious. What are you gonna wear to the rodeo? You gonna wear a cowboy hat though?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna wear my black one.
You know what I noticed though?
Hat.
That I guess maybe because I dance a lot, but right now in the cold it's supposed to be a felt hat, right?
Yeah.
But it's fucking hot when I'm wearing the felt hat and I'm dancing. Like I take that, like I'm always like.
You're like gotta stop.
Yeah. So when I wear my straw hat, like when I go dancing, I wear my straw hat because I can dance all night and just like a breeze up in there, you know.
Pete had said that with his felt hat though, like he was like, I don't even sweat in here. Like I still stay cool, but it keeps me warm.
Really.
So. And he'll be like, look, I've been out here, like, he'll be working on the yard with the hat on.
What?
And he'll be like, look, and he'll take it off, and I'm like, dude, you're dry, like, dry, not even, like, damp or moist or anything, just dry.
You know, that's interesting because I'm not a big sweater at all. Like, even when I work out, I don't sweat. Like, I very rarely sweat.
Well, then you're not working very hard. You're not trying on.
But when I'm dancing, I have something on my head. Like, I'm just like...
Are you nervous or something, or...?
I mean, you know, I'm dancing with these hot little ladies. No, I was kidding. No, I'm not nervous at all. No, I guess, I don't know, maybe. I don't know what's going on. Are you guys excited for the rodeo? If so, what event are you excited for? And what are you wearing to the rodeo?
Picture this. If you're in high school or college, you have your first love. You want to do a romantic evening in downtown. You've been planning it for a little bit. You've got the right restaurant picked out, right afterwards activities to do, and in between all of those things, of course, you want to keep the romance alive and go with that nice carriage ride with the sparkly carriage and beautiful horse with the braid and long tail and all that. And then somebody tells you, no, you can't.
San Antonio done blew it. They are threatening the ability to do horse carriage rides and wanting to replace them with Teslas.
You should just replace it with spaceships.
I know. So they want to. So right now, there's consideration to ban the horse carriage rides from San Antonio. Apparently, the main concern, there's 2 concerns right now, is traffic, which
what traffic?
I've worked in downtown San Antonio for I think 2.5 years, and I personally have never had any traffic issues specifically for those horse carriage rides.
I've lived here my entire life, and I cannot think of any instance where it's like, God, get that damn horse out the way.
And the only times that I can think of where I was driving behind one was when I was going in through those little like narrow streets, like going
like the side streets,
like
kind of like alley street almost.
Yeah, like for example, Rainforest Cafe downtown, right? There is like to get there, you have to take those back roads if you want to get closer to the restaurant or park.
Right.
And there maybe, but I've never been on like Cesar Chavez or whatever, and like
what's going on
here?
What's the hold up? And you look out the window.
The big ass horse.
Get out the way, Winnie. Like what?
Yeah, so I've never, that to me is a little silly, but whatever.
Jeez.
The other one is
So traffic.
traffic.
All right.
The other one is pollution because
Pollute?
yeah,
Pollution?
apparently they're saying like not
They
pollution,
drop
but
they drop hairs behind or what?
well, I guess maybe not pollution because they were saying more like experience, like it smells like diesel because of the kind of trucks that they have there, like the double decker trucks, and then they have horse manure smell, whatever.
Do they leave the trucks running while the horses are doing their thing? I mean,
I don't know. And then actually there's another concern, which was the health
my eyes could just roll back in my head right now. I would allow them to run around my brain because this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
the last one is the health of our poor little horses. Animal activists are taking a stand.
What?
Specifically, Miss Maria Smith stating that she just doesn't want to do it. It's unhealthy for the horses.
Maria, come on.
Yeah. So right now, the city council has met up 8 different times on the matter. Right, not only for this thing. Obviously, they have other things going on, but there is a proposal from 2 individuals, which I forgot their names. I don't have them here. It's on the
Who
article.
cares? They're ridiculous.
That are stating that they're trying to
Jeez.
have this completely banned. Right, which I think it's so silly because in San Antonio, there's like you think. I mean, maybe I'm biased as I live here, but I think Hemisphere Park. I think the Alamo. Right. And then the Riverwalk, and then the horse carriage rides.
Yeah.
Those are things that are like even like when you see like little tourism things, you always see those things passing by. It's like a nostalgic thing.
Yeah.
And the thing about it too is like I am all about upgrading and understanding.
Yeah,
like,
moving with the time, staying relevant, all that stuff. But they're gonna replace it with something that looks like a carriage that doesn't have a horse in front of it.
Yeah. And so Philadelphia,
What?
yeah, Philadelphia has kickstarted that whole process, right? But even then,
the city of brotherly love that's
Yes.
so mean to everything in the whole entire world. We want to follow their lead. Are you kidding me? That is like the dumbest, lamest idea I've ever heard in my life. I think they should just flush it.
So-
I mean, flush it with the freaking horse turds. I don't care. All
Yeah.
of it is dumb.
yes, but check this out.
No.
But, okay, let's think of it like this. Even if they replace the horse carriage ride, right? Something natural, something that's like nostalgia. With this, it doesn't eliminate traffic. It's
Are
still
they going to
gonna
drive fast with? I mean, because it's not enclosed. It's just like a carriage.
Yeah.
They're going to drive fast with people in there.
Yeah, and then on top of it, like
Seriously?
you're replacing it with an electric thing for whatever. Maybe this is the smell of the manure, but then you're still going slow. You're not offering the same experience, and it's just
So what's the point? Just if you're going to scrap it, freaking scrap it all the way.
yeah. And then so that's regarding
Follow Philadelphia.
yeah regarding the traffic part of it is silly, right? Because that's
Yes.
not going to remedy anything. And then on top of it, we had this discussion for the animal rights activists. Look. I get it. I strongly believe that we should care for everything, blah, 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 right? But it's still very silly because they already have rules and regulations to protect the horse. They've already established
That's
rules
right.
that drop the amount of hours that they can work.
Yeah,
And
they
the-
can't work over 8 now.
Yeah, yeah. Like, it's
they're
like,
like,
it's like 10 hours or something. They have to have a 16-hour break or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they have to have a specific mileage. And it also already states that if it's 97 degrees outside, 95 degrees outside, they could only work specific things. They already have regulations to
Yeah.
protect the horse. And it's not like they're like slaving away. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, like making
chariot.
them drag something, tons and tons and tons heavy or something like.
And forgive me if I'm over speaking because I'm not a horse person. And honestly, I have a friend that has horses, so I'm curious what she thinks about this. But I thought animals like to actually work. Don't they
Yeah.
like to get put to work a little bit?
Yeah.
In order for them to stay
there's
healthy.
been a lot of things that show that animals like that approval, they like the stimulus, all of
Yeah.
that. And I mean, to be honest, most people that work with animals, they actually, they care for animals too. They're
Yeah.
animal activists aren't the only ones that care about animals.
Yeah.
People who use animals in, in industry and whatnot, they actually do like animals too.
Yeah.
So they're not just there, treating them badly
It's not
necessarily.
like Blackfish situation where they,
Yeah.
like the whales are. Yeah, like there's a specific care to them, especially like if you want them to behave. I'm sure that they they're making sure they're
Yeah.
okay. You know, I don't know. It's all silly. So there is comments here that kind of make sense. Like I know that the individual who's actually running for mayor stated that he
I'm not voting for him. No, I already know now. Ridiculous.
he stated that he
I'm
is
gonna have my endorsement. I
he's-
sound like a grumpy old lady.
right. He's down for the cause specifically because of the heat and stuff like that that's going on, right?
Oh, God.
And all that. So at the end of the day, the care is there, but the idea remains the same. There's already regulations. There's also
Yeah.
air pollution situation where the air pollution states that it's X amount that they can't do it. So like everything's already in place.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to tweak some of those things, then tweak them. Fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we're tweaking things all the time in our city, but I mean, just pushing to ban it for these reasons is ridiculous. You know, speaking of animal activists, according to Pete, if you take a rat and you turn it on its back and you tickle it, the rat will laugh out loud. And it would definitely be laughing out loud at this ridiculousness that these people are talking about.
But then again, like with the animal activists saying, hey, that's abnormal for them to be laughing. Like, don't do that. Like, why is everybody such an extremist? Like,
They have to pick on
why?
every little thing in life. Calm down. Enjoy life. Take a deep breath.
What's surprising about all this, right, is that they actually put a poll out to say, like, to ask the general public. You know, it wasn't a large poll, it wasn't a large amount of people. But a good chunk of people were saying, yeah, let's ban it. Like, people from San Antonio were saying, let's ban it. At the end of the day, like, all this, right now it's put on pause, thankfully, right? And to be 100% honest with you, I think that it's inevitable that it's eventually going to change because with everything going on, all the construction, but it's going to be a sad day. I'm biting it, and I hope it doesn't happen at least anytime soon. But
Yeah.
because, unfortunately, things like this are subject to change, I would encourage you guys to just go out there and enjoy your last ride.
That sucks, man. Romance is dead. Just kidding.
What do y'all think? Would y'all like this to be banned? Like, do you feel like it'd be beneficial one way or the other?
Do you approve of this ridiculousness? Or are you like with us? Like, stop it.
Hey, why?
Behave yourself.
So there's like a lot of talk, right? Always in real estate in regards to what is the biggest benefit of real estate and owning a home and all this blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Why not just rent it? Have the
Yeah.
same style home but rent.
Right, and we always hear about that, and what the resounding biggest benefit across the board is equity. And we have a chart showing in the past 5 years how there's been some massive equity increases
Oh, yeah.
throughout the entire nation. And this is very exciting because Texas...
We like money.
we like money. So let's talk about these games, right?
Yes, let's talk about it. Texas is actually one of the higher ones. No surprise there.
No surprise there, buddy. You know what is a surprise though? Is that Florida is actually higher. It's at 80%.
That's not a surprise to me.
Really?
Yeah, Florida's like the place where everybody goes to retire. So the real estate is
that's
always getting turned over because unfortunately, if you're going there to retire, eventually you retire in the ground too.
I see what you're saying.
So then all that real estate just keeps getting recycled.
Florida, and then what was the other one? Couldn't figure out. MC.
Michigan.
Michigan as well was in the 80% bracket.
Huge.
Yeah,
That's
and it's
freaking
kind of
amazing, dude.
It is kind of staggered. But at the end of the day, Texas is at 50%, within 5 years.
5 years.
That's bad. That's pretty good, and it's only getting better.
Wow. Do you guys know how much equity you've gained in your property? If you don't, John and I both have the capability of finding out how much equity you've gained since you purchased your home. So if you're curious about your personal stats, this is where you would want to contact us, and we can do all of that for you and tell you what your home is currently worth. I mean, you should always do kind of checkpoints on all your finance and all your assets, and this is one of those checkpoints that everybody should regularly do.
I agree. And you're asking, okay, I've never checked my equity. What is the benefits of that? Well, let's talk about that real quickly. This is the benefits. Is that equity is one of those savings accounts that nobody really considers. Like, not a lot of people consider. Not especially the average Joe that just has a house.
Or people who paid off their home and they're just sitting on this wealth of that that they could be drawing from for whatever, basically. I mean, you can take loans off of that, of course, but also you could resell it and buy something different as well. I mean, there's a lot you can do.
There's a lot you can do on it. You can even utilize that equity. Let's say that you've had your house. Let's say you had to pay it off, right? And your house is already aged, natural wear and tear. You can utilize that equity to go ahead and put back into your house if it's your forever home, and then just rebuild it. Make sure it's nice and healthy. Or you can also use the equity to, if let's say that you're interested in starting a business or whatever the case is, this is an opportunity. Yeah. Also, if you want to
investing in other real estate,
exactly. Also investing in other real estate, this is an option. So it's just really encouraging to know that nationally, that we had a massive high increase in equity, because that is extremely promising.
Yes.
Now, especially for those who don't really know, right, the idea of equity. If you had bought your home pre-COVID, I strongly encourage you to look at your equity, because you're going to be extremely surprised with how much equity you built. Even if you bought your home during COVID, still look at your equity so you can see if there's any options that are for you. At the end of the day, it's gains after gains.
Yes.
Before we do Dare on Air, I do want to make a quick announcement. February 7th, here at the Northwest office at Cowboy Banker, I'm going to be hosting a class called Keys to Keys. Basically, it was my turn. That was my chair.
I was keeping a straight face, man.
Why am I so dumb on this right now? Before we do our Dare on Air, I do want to make a quick announcement. I'm going to be hosting a class here at the Northwest Caldwell office. February 7th. It's a class called Keys to Keys. Essentially, is key steps to get the keys for your home successfully. And it's going to be a fun class. I got some really great content to you. I got an awesome lender that's going to be there supporting and giving us other also fun facts so we can streamline the process. And best of all, there is going to be some food for you guys. Now, I haven't had posted the event yet, but I want to give you the heads up because there's only going to be 30 slots available. You have to RSVP to make sure you secure yourself a seat, because we got some goodies for you throughout the entire thing and some good takeaways. So,
how nice.
Hope to see you guys there. February 7th, mark your calendars. I will be posting a link as soon as it comes up, sharing it with everybody as well.
Alright, and now it's time for our
Dare on Air. Damn you, chubby bunny nonsense.
What a big loser.
Dude, huge loser. That was pretty good. Let's get... Whoa, you're brave. Oh, that's coming down.
Shut your mouth.
Like the pharaohs of old.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nope. Oh! Yes. You do all the dares.
Every single one consecutively.
Alright, since we haven't fully established what happens, right? And we haven't gotten a full suggestion just yet from you guys. So you have control of this too. Right now what we're going to do is I'm going to choose the dare. So we have out of 20 dares, let's figure out which one she's going to do today.
Oh, what are you going to make
me do? It comes down to you have to do a rap about lunch.
Oh. The whitest girl ever. It's time for lunch. But I don't want no punch.
Hey.
I don't even got a hunch about what to lunch. But it's time. It's time for lunch. But I don't have a hunch.
Hunch?
About what? What's on lunch?
What's a munch?
But still, it's time for lunch. It's time for lunch.
Time for lunch.
Lunch and munch.
Lunch and munch.
Might just have some protein munch.
Protein munch. That was actually really good.
We're gonna have a fresh new tower. It's gonna be so great.
Fresh new tower. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. For those in the chat, what'd you think about that rap? I thought it was pretty legit.
I think the rats could laugh at that even without getting tickled. Anyways, we love you guys. Thanks for being here with us. We'll see you next Monday at 11, just like always.
Peace.
Bueno, that's costly.
Baby got a couple.